What's good, everybody? In today's video, we're looking at 3 problems on how to factor by grouping, and the last problem is going to be a bonus because I'm going to show you how to do this from a regular trinomial. Starting this video off, we have to understand that factoring by grouping means we're going to see 4 terms, and the first thing we want to do is separate it into 2 binomials. So we pair the first 2 terms together and the last 2. Now, as a result, I want to use the greatest common factor to simplify. So I'm going to pull out 4x to the second power, and I'll be left with 2x minus 5. And then when I go to the second parentheses, I want to do the same thing. And once I look at this, I could pull out another greatest common factor of 5. And once I do this, I'm going to be left with 2x minus 5 on the inside of the parentheses. Now, to let you guys know that you're doing this absolutely correct, we should have the same binomial expression. So these 2 parentheses should have the same thing. Now, after we do that, we're going to put the outside terms together. So I have 4x squared plus 5 multiplied by 2x minus 5. This is how we would properly factor. Now, let's say you're looking and you want to make sure this is the right choice. Just FOIL and multiply back. So once we do this, we'll get back 8x to the third plus 20, not plus, I'm sorry, minus 20x squared. Then we go over and do the same thing with the 5. We FOIL, all right, distribute. Then we're going to have positive 10x minus 25. And just like that, we're back to the original polynomial that we had. But problem 2 is going to be a little bit more complicated because we have more variables and exponents. Moving on to problem 2, a little bit more of a challenging question. But let's start off the same way. Right? Turn this into 2 different binomials. And now we want to start with the greatest common factor. So when I look numerically, the largest number I could pull out of both of those is 4. Right? Now I look at my variables. So I could at least take out 1x and 1z. Now that I've done that, what is left over? We have 2z plus 7 times h. So we've now broken down that first binomial. Let's move to the second. So now, right, when we look at these 2 numbers, I've done the work already, guys, but you could do trial and error or draw a factor tree. I know that 28 is the largest common factor between both these numbers. So now that I take that out, now I look at the variables, right, and exponents. So I have z squared here, z squared there. So I could take that both out. Z squared, oh, not z squared, I'm sorry, guys, y squared. Then we go over to z, and that's all I could take out. Now what's left over is going to be 2z, right, plus, and let's go on this side. Let's see, 196 divided by 28. I think it's 7. All right, so this is going to be 7. And then what is left over? Only the h. Now that we've done that, we've noticed that, hey, what's in the parentheses are the same exact thing. So let's finish this problem off. We have 2z plus 7 times h, all right? And we're going to multiply that with 4xz plus 28y to the second power z. So this is how we would factor this second problem using grouping. But in our third and last example, how do we factor when we have a trinomial and we have to turn it into grouping? Stay tuned. Moving to the last problem of today, really hope you found this video helpful, guys. We're now dealing with factoring, and we're going to use the diamond method. And we also have to use grouping when we use the diamond method sometimes. So I'm going to multiply a times c. What I get is x squared plus 7x plus 12. Now, when we do the diamond method, right, we know that our 2 factors have to add to give us 7 and multiply to give us a times c, which is 12. So after I draw my factors for 12, right, 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4, we notice only 3 times 4 could give us this positive 7, right? So let's say I put 3 here. and I put 4 here, right? Now, let's go back now that we have our factors. And remember, we put these factors into the original trinomial. So this one here. So now we have 6x to the second power plus 3x plus 4x plus 2, right? And now let's see if we can get these factors. So we're going to group. Cut those two off. Cut those two off. I have my two binomials. Greatest common factor is 3x. We're left with 2x plus 1, right? When we go over here, we take out 2 again, and I'm left with 2x plus 1, right? Same thing in the parentheses, so we're no longer on the right track. So when I finalize this now, the two binomials will be 3x plus 2 times 2x plus 1. Now, let's just say for this video's sake, we wanted to check and make sure that we got this right. All right, so let's do that real quick. And I'm going to use the box method just because I like it and it's fast. So we draw our box, all right? We got 2x and 1 on top, 3x and 2 on the side. Let's switch colors so this pops out some more. So when we multiply 6x squared plus 3x plus 4x and then 2. Once we write this in standard form, right, highest exponent down to the least, we have 6x squared plus 7x plus 2 after combining like terms. And there you go. Factoring by grouping, even though we started off with a regular trinomial. Really hope this video was helpful for you all today. Thank you so much for joining us with Algebra 1 with Mr. Peters. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave comments for future videos you guys would like to see on our channel. Or if you had questions from today's video, thank you guys so much for joining us.